So, rideshare companies like Lyft and Uber have become a huge part of how people move around in Colorado, especially in major cities like Denver, Boulder, Fort Collins, Colorado Springs. And it's a great option for people who don't have cars, who maybe have had a little too much to drink or plan to, and they can avoid a DUI. And that's fantastic and a great option, and they should do it. The problem is the rideshare companies have their own kind of set of rules when it comes to insurance. What many people don't know is the drivers, because they're just regular drivers like you and me, they're driving their personal car with their personal insurance policy. Every personal insurance policy actually excludes rideshare driving from coverage, which means if you get hit by a driver or you're in a rideshare and your driver is maybe driving a little fast or a little aggressive to try to move on to the next ride and gets into a wreck, you've got to rely upon what that driver can do for you with insurance coverage. Now, thankfully, recently in Colorado, at the work of many plaintiffs' attorneys, we actually convinced the legislature to require these companies to insure their passengers. But that can be a problem still for drivers. It could be a problem where those wrecks are cataclysmic and there still might not be enough insurance coverage to go around. The other problem is Uber and Lyft are big companies. And like most big companies, they don't like to pay out on claims. They don't want to pay for accidents involving their drivers or their passengers because that's a cost to them. So they want to avoid it. And they fight very hard to avoid their claims. They involve insurance companies, and those insurance companies and the adjusters that work on those cases have very strict instructions on how they're supposed to handle those cases and what kind of authority they have to settle the cases. Because Uber and Lyft don't want people to know that they're paying these claims. They don't want people to know about the insurance coverage. So they make it as hard as possible for you, if you've been injured in a wreck involving a rideshare company, to find out what kind of coverage there is, to get help, and to get fair compensation for your case. And that's why it's really important to have an attorney on your side who not only understands just car accident cases, but has experience and really knows how to work with and get fair compensation out of the rideshare companies and their insurance companies.